Hi guys, how you doing? Within the next hour, I'm gonna go to the beach for another kite surfing session. Yes, you know how it's done. And I'm going to film with my GoPro Hero 10 Black. And I'm actually contemplating if I should use the ND filter from Polar Pro or if I should use the max lens mode. And there are slight differences of how the footage is going to look. I'm going to make a specific video about it when I'm going to show you comparison, so keep an eye on that. In terms of the ND filters, because there are fixed light stops, it's basically judging it with the conditions outside, lighting conditions. And today is quite cloudy, but kind of the prediction is for the sky to clear. And the thing with the ND filter, I always want to choose one. I don't want to remove the filter and have it to change for another one, especially when the camera is wet, and I would break that waterproof seal to expose now the lens of the GoPro. If I choose a specific filter and if during my session the lighting conditions would drastically change, that could potentially ruin the filming. So it's a bit more tricky with the ND filter, especially when you're not changing them and especially when you don't have variable ND filters. And then again, using the variable ND filter in water is quite inconvenient to a certain extent as well, because you can change the adjustment on it accidentally. So that being said, it's slightly easier filming in terms of the auto shutter speed with the max lens mode, but you get great examples and great footage from both of these. You know the drill. Let's have a look at the app and the forecast for the conditions today. Here's the app again, and I am gonna go for around 9 o'clock. You can see the gray marking in a vertical position showing 9 o'clock, and the wind is coming from west or slightly northwest side on shore. The wind is from like 21 knots to 28. The temperature is around 3 degrees, 2 degrees for the water. We've got waves going up to just under 2 meters. And actually I am thinking of taking my 9-meter kite. And during my second session, you can see me being slightly overpowered with that 9-meter kite. It was quite strong wind. So today I'm hoping the wind's going to be a bit less, because with these apps, they're not always super precise. So sometimes the wind, which is indicated here, kicks in a bit later, kicks in a bit earlier, or is a bit stronger than here, or it's a bit less windy than what it says here. More or less, we've got like an indication of what's going on. And the most thing that I'm checking on these apps is what's the prediction of the wind. Is it gonna be blowing stronger during the session or after a few hours, or if it's gonna be blowing less? And based on that, I also choose the kite that I'm going to use. With all that being said, I'm gonna make up my mind between ND filter or max lens mode for the session. Let's get into it. I decided to go with the ND8 from the Polar Pro. It's actually quite dark. That's instead the max lens, so we'll see how that's gonna go. And there we are at the beach. The conditions are less than what predicted. At least that's how it feels. So that's good, because I took the 9-meter kite. Okay, the kite is ready. I need to get ready. Woo! The wind is quite low.
place is a bit wet, and I think it's got some water droplets on it. Okay, it's not that bad. This is ND filter, Polar Pro ND8. Okay, I think that's it for today. I'm gonna land it.
I just got back from the beach, another amazing kite surfing session, and for this video I decided to go with the Polar Pro ND8 filter. And actually, let me show you something about this filter. After extended time in cold water, as you can see, it gets these marks, blemishes, and that is actually quite visible then via the lens of the camera. So that affects how the footage looks like. This kind of blemish thing, I'm trying to work out if it's due to the salty water or the temperature of the water, because after a while you see that. And I am kite surfing at the moment in Baltic Sea, so it's not that salty. I'm not sure if this is to do with a certain coating being applied onto the filter, which caused that effect after, you know, extended time in the water. I'll try to work it out and see what's actually the cause of that. That's been said, I am Lassam. As always, remember, be inspired, be creative, and be active. I'll see you soon. On to the next one.